Come, let me get you some.
Yo, welcome to Saber Talk Sunday. Mundo in the house, Chris in the house, and Darth Barris in the house. How are you guys doing?
Doing good. I mean, I'm kind of bummed because this last week Catherine O'Hara died, and I just saw a video memorializing her with the Banana Boy song from Beetlejuice. You know the one.
Oh, yeah.
Hey-oh,
Yeah.
hey-oh. You guys know.
Yeah, that was definitely some sad news, man, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a bummer. But let's see here. Charlie, have a good workout, my friend.
And
Charlie
then
next to NN's in the house. Titans in the house. We got everybody in the house coming up here soon.
Mhm.
Hopefully we'll have a really good discussion tonight, and hopefully there'll be some new people coming in terms of in the chat. Hopefully, maybe we'll see. If not, that's okay. We'll do what we do.
Yeah.
But we'll
But
see. It'll be a fun discussion tonight, man.
yeah. So tonight's discussion, if I may, Mundo,
Go
is
ahead.
producing pieces for your lightsaber. Meaning, if you want to augment your lightsaber or modify it, basically interesting. Basically, if you want to make it look more sci-fi looking, look more in a different way of it. And one of the people that I know in the community, a guy named Scott Carpenter, he did this thing with his Nexus lightsaber that looks like it's something like a machine
Platypus.
acidic. Like it looks very, very, very crazy to say the least.
He's done an excellent job on it, and I tell you, we had a show that we had talked about. What was it? Oh my gosh, my brain is going bad right now. Upgrades and so forth, right? But to do custom parts for your lightsaber and upgrades, and no matter what it is, but to have custom parts put on it, whether you do it yourself or you get somebody else to do it, just ups the saber that much more. I mean, you can get plain sabers, right? As a matter of fact, some of the most plain sabers that when I first started into the hobby seeing was ultra sabers,
Yep.
and their sabers were at the time it was good. I mean, them and Saberforge, but their sabers were so plain that you really wanted to dress them up. I mean, you wanted to add things to make them look a little bit better, right? I mean, they were functional sabers. Um oh, good, awesome, Titan. But did you get my email as well? Like, did you email me? That way you can have more than one avenue to get towards me, dude. But that'll be cool, man. Yeah, DM me for sure, brother. For sure. I'll keep an eye out for you, dude.
Yeah. But yeah,
But
and yeah.
go ahead. Go
But
ahead.
basically, one of the neat things is that it's just really incredible just how much augmenting that a person could do with the saber, and especially when it comes to producing upgrades and pieces and even replacement parts. I will admit though that when it comes to collecting, especially like master replicas lightsabers, the old Force Effects lightsabers are very rare, and some parts for that you can't be able to find. You have to either 3D print them or have a custom smith do it. And
Hmm.
thankfully, 3D printing has become much more sophisticated to be able to do that.
Well, see, and 3D printing nowadays is basically custom making pieces, whether it be a crystal chamber, whether it be a chassis, whether it be chassis parts, whether it be even uh, let's say shrouds that'll go onto your saber. And now we're even getting into metal 3D printing. So now you can have your choice of metals that go into not only your chassis, not only into your crystal chambers, but now you've got and now you have the option to have the shrouds and everything else 3D printed to go onto your saber.
Exactly.
And so that's what make it, and here's the difference, folks. Here's the difference because when you do it yourself, okay, you may have to uh purchase, and here's where the price point becomes different, because when you purchase tools to end up custom making your own stuff, right? You can save money in the long run for yourself by buying these tools, but you in the long run you're saving money by obtaining these skills to make your parts, to buy the tools to make your parts, right? But at the same time, if you don't have the time and you go and you commission somebody to make these parts for what you're thinking about. So you have the two avenues, right? You can learn how to do it yourself, or you can commission somebody to do it. Now, either way, it's going to cost you a little bit of money, but not, I mean, it's not going to break the bank either, depending on how far you're willing to go down that route, right? Some may have a little less, some may have a little bit more money to play with. Um, but it all depends on the individual and the person who's willing to pay a higher price for a better looking stuff, or even precious metals, right? Uh, Take for instance, if you produce something, some kind of crystal chamber, let's say, like Dimitri Stock, right? Have you
Mhm.
seen his crystal chambers? Oh my God,
Stock is
Oh, his
expensive,
new one is awesome.
but beautiful. I mean, I if I had the money, I'd probably buy two or three, man. Be honest
Mhm.
with you, I would. But that's not the case, and that's okay. And that's okay. Eventually, maybe one day I will, right? But then let's say, what I've been like I've been watching. Some people are been using Dremels, right? The Dremels, they use Dremels to go ahead and make their parts, and um, maybe even get in do uh let's see, my train of thought is going on to something else, but using the Dremel, I saw earlier today, using the Dremel as a little bit of a lathe. I mean, of
Mhm.
course they used it with wood, but can you imagine if you're able to do that with aluminum, right? Maybe even take some of those small aluminum rods and work your magic and learn how to do some designs on those little rods, and then cut them and drill them out and all that good stuff, right? So again, man, I tell you, it's uh, it's it's a way for us to do things, and there's so many avenues to accomplish of what you're trying to get. One of the other things that like I'm doing, I can't. I'm utilizing a tool right now, and it's a common tool, but for me to up my skill a little bit, I am. Remember, folks, I've been telling you I can't draw worth a crap, man. I even screw up a stick figure, right?
Oh,
I
you
even
see
drew.
mine. Oh
I
my goodness.
I screw up a stick figure, but I've been watching these videos on learning how to draw, and I've been doing lines, I've been doing this, I've been doing that, to try to see if I can learn to get to draw in the chassis that I've been thinking about, to get it out of my head and into the real world.
Mhm.
And so,
Rulers are your friend.
well, yeah, they are.
Ru- Use
I
rulers
haven't got
when
there yet. I haven't got there yet, man. But
yeah.
but I eventually I will, right? Eventually I will get there. And so again, utilizing tools to up your skill level, to utilize to get your skills of where you want them, because not and everybody's different, and it's okay no matter what your skill level is. Barris, you commission people to do the work that you don't have time to do, or you don't do, right?
I do, yes.
And that is, you don't know if you're wanting to learn how to do it in the future, or maybe you may not have time to do it in the future. But this system for you, commissioning people to do this work, helps you achieve what you're trying to accomplish for your sabers, correct?
Yes, it does. And honestly, I just haven't been able to work to do it myself because I don't have the time to do it, and I don't have the space to do it. Like,
Mhm.
I don't want to burn down I don't want to cause a fire, in my apartment building or anything like that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's a no bueno.
But
No bueno.
if I may quickly segue back to the upgrading your lightsaber when it comes to outside pieces and whatnot, the
Mhm.
origins of that, I would say, actually come from when Roger Christian first did his first found the Graflex flashes and MPP flashes that he did for A New Hope.
Mhm.
And also, I mean, technically with the Kenobi lightsaber, I mean, all those were just extra parts.
Most in the
Mhm.
house.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
and pieces, the parts can vary from saber to saber, right?
Mhm.
exactly. And for the Graflex in particular, this is my Nexus Graflex in its Kenobi series form with the cover tech wheel. It's as simple as just swapping out pieces because of the bottom part. I mean, just for
Mhm.
example, if we wanted to go Empire Strikes Back, all you need to do is,
It's got.
and we add the bottom bit here.
Mhm.
And keep in mind that the difference between this one and the A New Hope grip is that this one has 6 grips instead of 7. So as you can see,
Mhm.
Mhm.
and then we swap out the glass eye for the extra button. And
Now with that glass eye that you just took off, and you swapped the glass eye, can that specific glass eye go onto any other Graflex?
I would say, considering Nexus based their newest Graflex off of how 89 Sabers did theirs, I would say that the threading is remarkably similar.
Mhm.
So, yeah.
Okay.
How did you get the Kenobi series config? Well, Lord Masters Paul, what I did, technically, what Chris did was what it looks like. Yes, the cover tech wheel is attached opposite on the opposite side of where the clamp box is located. That and basically to make it even more realistic, I would detach the D-ring section so that it would just be a flat bottom. Um, but yeah, this basically it's simple and how they did it. And honestly, and if I wanted to make this look like the actual hero saber that we see in Empire Strikes Back, I would take off the beer tab on the back and I would replace the Wampa Cave card with another clamp card, which, by the way, these clamp cards are from Sloth Furnace, and they fit this is the Nexus version of the, this is a clamp made by Nexus, and it fits perfectly.
Nice,
Mhm.
nice.
Yeah.
Um, I want to address at Lord Master Pod. Thank you for joining the chat, man. I haven't seen you here before, so welcome to the show. Welcome to the chat. I hope you are able to come whenever we're on, and thank you for showing up, man. We
Mhm.
very much appreciate it. And great question, by the way. Great question.
Shiny. I was gonna say, because I'm working on a TXQ Graphics right now. The
Uh-huh.
threading is different for the glass eye for that. It
Is
sits
it?
in deeper. Yeah, because I
Uh-huh.
tried. Where did I put it? Hang on.
The threading
I've
is
got a
different
mess
on it?
here.
Oh,
For
really?
the TXQ version, yes. Where is his glass eye? This one's mine. That one's mine.
Now, in obtaining pieces for your lightsaber, they depending on what kind of look you're going for, right? You have the option to get it milled, drilled, uh, basically produced in some kind of form or fashion, right? Oh, that looks nice, dude.
This clamp is from the custom saber shop, and it's
Mm-hmm.
definitely a lot. I would say more loose because keep it. And the clamp card works specific. The clamp cards for this saber for this clamp work specifically for this clamp. So you can't use a sloth furnace because otherwise it wouldn't be. It would be too. It wouldn't. It would be too. Not. It wouldn't be able to wrap around the Graflex upper cell.
Right. Now, one of the things I did speak to Anthony this afternoon in a text. You know, I was texting him and um, I was asking him about the Proxon mill, and because I had been also watching some videos on that Proxon mill, and he says that mill has been absolutely fantastic for him in producing some saber stuff. Yeah,
Hmm.
so he's drilling, he's milling, and producing some awesome looking sabers too, man. Not to mention, of course, his blades, the brightest blades on the planet, right? Quad star. We'll probably get the Cinquenta star coming up, like five,
Quintastar?
five.
Jeez Louise.
Knowing Anthony, man, he's probably working on that, man. Figuring a way how he can get 5 strips instead of only 4.
You know what would be awesome, and I hope Anthony does see this. I hope he sees this video. Is that in Star Wars: The Old Republic, they have blades where they have like an outline, a color outline, in colors. I would love to see
Yes.
if you know what I'm talking about, right? I would
Yeah.
love to see if the wiring and the programming could work for a saber like that.
I think he worked on he did a video sometime back, and it was called the Arc Blade, where when he turned it on, when it came on, it would come on, but then it would go like up and around and down, right? It's been a while. I don't know if he still has that video around or not. You can check it out.
Well, the thing about this, how they did it with that what I'm talking about with that particular blade style, is that
Hmm.
it would have to be only like 2 strips opposite each other. It couldn't be more than that because otherwise it would block out or distort the color that would be underneath the other strips.
Right, no, but I believe that's what he did. He did do the 2
That
strips,
would be
and at
incredible.
that time. But look for the video. Look for the video by Space Windu, and it's called the Arc Blade. Right. Look at the video called the Arc Blade, and I think that's exactly what he did. Don't quote me on it, but it's like I said, it's been a long time. But again, check it out and see what y'all think about it. Um,
And as you can see,
however, go
sorry.
ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was gonna bring you up a lot closer because you're holding the saber up like
Yeah,
that.
sure.
Okay.
But just to finish off, as you can see, it's back in its Force Awakens Last Jedi configuration. The brass eye is from Roman Props. I sent it to Chris here, and he was able to Dremel it to where it will properly fit the 89 sabers and the Nexus. The clamp and clamp card are from the custom saber shop, and the bottom is from Nexus. And a New Hope grip and clamp is actually from 89 sabers. So
And Chris,
I'm actually going through a bit of a project where I'm checking to see what gra- graphics parts from different companies and which would fit the Nexus lightsaber. So that if you
Hmm.
ever end up going to buy a Nexus lightsaber and you want to buy, different parts to, create your own custom builds, I am going to be testing and sharing the different companies where your saber can fit on there. So this is, and I when I posted this on Instagram last uh, Friday, I kind of tagged all the Nexus reps. I basically asking them to look at this and be like, "Hey, look at me! I'm doing something that might benefit you guys." Although I'm not sure if they'll probably reply or not, but I mean, a guy can dream. But
Hmm.
ultimately,
We all dreaming.
but I think this is a really good thing because ultimately it offers more versatility for a company to be, especially when it comes to the graphics. Basically, when you have there's 89 Sabers graphics, and then there's the Nexus graphics, and I like to think that the Nexus graphics is definitely it's a cheaper alternative, but at the same time it's more. It also gives the affordability, and it gives the
Hmm.
collectors a more wanting desire to have it.
I need someone to show me my place.
Question is maybe a bit stumped type of switches to use, and I'm looking for an install-friendly switch design that will be easily removed to allow disassembly for weathering, etc. Um,
Yeah, it really depends on
honest,
location.
Mo, if you're looking for the disassembly type, it probably would be good to go with a removable chassis. That way, it's quicker to because if you have the buttons already installed within the chassis, and then you use the plungers to go for that, you're basically emptying out your saber body fairly quickly within that system, right? Because then you take your emitter out, you take your chassis out, and your body's just left with just the plungers. So you can easily go ahead and take out, uh, do whatever you need to switch up, and that would be the easiest way to be able to switch out switches that way, right? Because you can modify whatever plungers and different switch heads on the top of the body, as opposed because you're gonna have probably you're more likely gonna have like those SMD switches that go into your chassis, and then you can modify your switch and your plungers any way you want to work with that removable chassis, right? So let's say you want to use uh like a knurled button kind of thing, and then so you want to and those are working for you for whatever saber you have. Well, you decide that you don't want the neural buttons anymore and you want to switch out those buttons. So you take out the chassis and you basically figure out what other kind of button system that button design that you want to use with those plungers and go for it and switch out the button design. And I think that would be the easiest way to do it because you already have your switches built into the chassis. And that's the easiest way that you can switch things up. At least in my opinion, right? I mean, at least in my opinion. And I do apologize because Mo and I were talking about other switch stuff too with both 16 and millimeter switches, and I got to get back with him. I got a little busy with everything here at the house, and I got to get back with him. Hardwired switches will probably not be ideal, and then the switch box is actually installed at the CC section. Well, if you're going to use a switch box, okay, then what you could do is utilize a quick connect system, right? Um, even Rob Petkow has used what he called the Molex connectors, and so you can utilize those for the quick connect system. Or I mean, there's various things that you could use for a quick connect system on the switch box, so that way when you pull the switch box, you just pull up, the switch and the wire apart, and there you go. You can set, you can set your switch box um, to the side of the table, do what you need to do, and then pull that wire back up and connect the switch box right back to it. So I think that would be one of the easiest way to do that if you're going to hardwire something, is to do a quick connect type system.
Mm-hmm. One thing you could use are the microDeans. They're pretty small.
Yeah.
You can get those at a lot of hobby shops.
Like there's a switch system that he and I were talking about, and I won't talk about it on here right now because I would really like him to bring it out into the world first. I don't think anybody had seen it before, and because he had asked my opinion about it, and I'm all like, yeah, that would be good, and so we'll see what happens, right? Um, yeah, yeah, Laura, it's a Python, right?
Yep, ball python.
Oh yeah, I saw that when I sent you that video. I was thinking, oh, so cute.
Oh, the hat. I really
Yeah.
want to make her one. That would be really funny.
I mean,
You
she'll
know,
probably be like, what is my human doing to me?
Yeah.
Now, since we're talking about custom made parts, now one of the things that I did say, and you can utilize it, and we're talking about 3D printing parts too, right? Now, I found, you remember I had told you I had lost the button housing for my Master Replicas 03. Well,
Yeah.
I found a file on printable, either printables or um,
No.
I think it was on printables that I found it, right? And so I found the file where you can print out the little housing, button housing, and the T tracks. So I printed out the housing. Took me about 7 tries to get the actual size correct, but I did it, and I found it, and I got it, and it fits
Nice.
like nice. I'm like, yes. like yes, I finally got it where I can so now I've got it set in my 3D printer that if something happens to it, I can print out as many of those little housings for the button as I want. So I forgot the name of the maker, but I do plan on emailing and say thank you, and give them a little tip for making that when I get a chance. But yeah, that this guy did pretty decent. Now I am having trouble with the T track for whatever reason. It keeps getting messed up in my 3D printer, but I think it's just because there's something I'm not putting in there right, or it could be because it's just so damn cold that it keeps coming off the bed. Maybe I need to buy a new plate or something, or because I've washed it and washed it and washed it and then put stuff, so it still keeps coming off. So I think maybe that plate I might need to replace.
Are they
I've got it.
convex on the inside of those grips? Or are they flat?
Huh? Yeah,
The
no, I've
grips.
laid it. Yeah, I've laid it flat, and I've laid it to the side. On the side's okay, but I'm trying different ways to do it, because once I've laid it flat and it does certain things, it just like I said, it just keeps getting somewhat. But maybe with this new plate, because I haven't tried with the new plate on it flat, and see if that will work. But we'll see how that goes, right?
Well, a lot of those grips, they make them concave on the inside, so they don't sit flat. That way, they sit on the round part. Stop it! I know.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try different sets and see how I can get it to get perfect, and we'll see how it goes. But I've also had to guess when he did the maker did it, he did it a little bit long too. So from the original T tracks that I have with it, it is almost 3/4 more on the 3D printed part. So
Okay.
I've got to shorten it. I've got to shorten it so that I can try to make sure that I get the appropriate length on there, right?
Hmm.
But choices, choices, choices. Let's go back to that Proxon uh, lathe. That it's a mini lathe, and that when I was talking to Anthony about it, and he said he loved it. He said that Jedi Arms Dealer is the one that recommended it to him. So apparently, Jedi Arms Dealer has it as well. And I do plan on investing in it because I've been watching some videos on it, and I really like the way it does the milling and stuff. So I'm kind of really interested in learning how to mill some of my stuff as well.
Yeah,
Um,
I would love to learn
but
how to mill stuff too.
right, so again, going back to learning your new skills, or even trying to get somebody to do your what you're needing for your sabers and stuff, like milling out um, holes for buttons, maybe milling out some shine through holes, different things that you can do to upgrade your lightsaber, or even just make it that much better if it's that much plain. And again, utilizing wraps, utilizing different parts, maybe even getting some different saber parts from different manufacturers, but actually having to mill out those parts to actually fit on what your saber is doing, right? Now, Chris,
Mhm.
have you actually had to use different parts from different manufacturers to put one saber together?
My first one actually,
Mm-hmm.
because the first one I built, the top half was vintage, and I had
Mm-hmm.
nothing else, so I had to buy replica parts to put all together. So I got those
Mm.
from Graphic Shop, and I don't think I had any Romans parts on that. I think it was all Graphic Shop, and
But you're
had
boring
AR
them,
sabers.
and you're boring them out to make holes either bigger or whatever to put parts together.
Those ones I didn't have to do anything like that to. The bottom section I did have to drill vent holes for the speaker
Mm-hmm.
because it didn't come through the clamp as well.
Mm.
But yeah,
Now
I just
again,
used a drill bit and deburring tool.
deburring, yeah, that's another thing. Some of these companies that you'll get some of these empty sabers. Sometimes you end up having to deburr some stuff because
Mm-hmm.
they get either sharp edges, or maybe their holes weren't finished to the point where they deburred, on the inside, and you're gonna have to come in and do it some of that stuff. So I was watching some Dremel videos where they actually had these long shanks, um, and they had these um, parts that you could get, these bits that have the long shaft where you can get into your empty sabers. So if you had anything that you could burr out and smooth out, you could get in there. But of course, you have to go in a very, very slow and steady motion to get that done, right? Because you don't want to mess up on the inside. But anyway, if you've got a sharp edge on the inside, or when they drilled the hole, they didn't they didn't sand it down correctly and so forth. So you could buy some of these bits from Amazon, which is what I'm going to do pretty soon. And I found a deburring set, as well as aluminum carbide heads, so that I can drill holes and make some kind of stuff with parts that are kind of messed up, scratch and dent parts that I do plan on getting and utilizing, and working my way into making some parts functional after all of that good stuff. So we'll see how that's going, right? So there's some plans for me to up my skills in that kind of department, as well as acquiring the Proxon mini mill and hoping to learning to do that as well. Um, and again, you can commission different people to, if they have lathes, if they have mills, if they have basically different things, tools to utilize in order to make the parts that you're wanting, right? So let's say if you at let's say the shroud, okay, you don't have time to make a shroud, but you want to commission somebody to make the shroud, and or you just don't know how to make the shroud, but you want to, and you have an idea of what you want to do. So you tell the guy, and the guy does this, brings it to you, right? Now, and then on the flip side, you want to learn how to do it. Well, if you want to learn how to make shrouds, Rob Petcow, who does some of the videos, tutorials for the Custom Saber Shop, has a video on how to make a shroud for your lightsaber. So you can utilize that as a tool to get your sabers, whatever shroud you can think of. If you can put it on paper and do it that way, I tell you, you can pretty much do anything that you put your heart to for your saber.
Oh, definitely. I mean,
Now,
I've seen you guys make
have you?
shrouds from everything, steel tubing. I've seen some really cool shrouds that guys have made.
Yeah, honestly, they have made some fantastic shrouds. Now, have you guys? Ah, man. See, and I still have some shroud material in my garage. I haven't fully used yet. I mean, it's still a good amount. Have you guys watched the Rob Petco video on shroud, on making a shroud?
I haven't yet. No.
I have not.
No, you have not. Okay, well, you guys got homework.
Yeah.
Check it out, man. Check it out. It's pretty interesting on how he makes the shroud for the lightsaber, and of course, he utilizes a bandsaw, okay, to
Okay.
cut most. He utilizes a bandsaw to cut most of his, but you don't need a bandsaw to cut anything. You can use a hacksaw, right?
Yeah.
You can lock it down and use a hacksaw just the same. He'll tell you that in the video. But you and another thing is to utilize all your different tools to achieve what you're trying to accomplish in terms of getting your saber the way you want it to look, whether it be in universe or not in universe, depends. But of course, everybody's different. Everybody has their own different taste of things as well, right?
Well, I would say also going back to some of our older videos. I mean, adding heat staining and rust or welding or different metal scarring, I mean, also works to it as well. Like, I mean, for example, when you look at some of the hilts that we've seen from the Star Wars Old Republic video game that have come out, we've seen, Ordis Din's hilt, we've seen Satil Shan's hilt, even the hilts like by Sloth Furnace, 89 sabers, the Derelict, and other sabers coming on from that are from the Swiltor game store. Like those type of hilts, I mean, they're incredible all on their own, and they show a sort of ingenuity to it. It's unfortunate that there aren't as mass produced, which I'm hoping that there will be, that a saber company out there will do that.
Heat stain, just like Scott was thinking.
Oh yeah, very good.
I love heat staining.
Yeah.
Now, another thing is also that a lot of people utilize laser cutters, right?
Laser cutters also with engraving, yeah.
Yeah, well, not only for engraving, but for cutting parts out as well. I mean, a lot of people utilize the laser cutters for cutting out clamp cards. If I could, I probably would too, but unfortunately, I have to cut my clamp cards out by hand with a Dremel and sand and everything, right?
Ta-da!
There
I
we
got
go.
it.
Wait, you
Look
make
at
that?
that. Let's see. I
These are the
sent
ones
Chris
that-
some.
Yeah, Mundo sent these to me. So I'll be using a couple of these. One I might
No.
put into my my Vader.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what are those? Oh, those are the ones that are. You can put them under.
Yeah,
Oh, you put
those
it
are my.
under, you put
Yeah,
it
those
under-
are clamp cards that I made by hand. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you
I'll
put
probably
it
use
under,
the green one.
the green one. You're supposed to put it underneath the bubble strip.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like what Sloth Furnace does, but those are really impressive. Seriously.
They are really nice. One of these I might put on a scrap flex
Mm-hmm.
and add some wires.
Mm-hmm. That's what I did
got
with mine.
Spools and spools and spools of wire.
Yeah, well, see, like that's what I did because what I did was I took some SMD. I took some SMD tack switches and I ran the wires, and you could see the wires going through the little holes like that.
Yeah.
And it makes it look kind of cool like that, right? So if you space them out appropriately, and then you see the different wires going out and into the holes and then down, it looks pretty cool, man.
Yeah. Like
Pretty cool.
One. I think I'm gonna use this one.
And they're wicked. They will fit the box one. They will fit the box one from the custom saber shop.
Okay.
Either the regular one or the low profile. Yeah, I mean you could sand them down a little bit.
Yeah.
But man, it took a couple of hours of sanding just to get them in there right.
Yeah.
Whew.
They might fit in this because I can adjust it. It just might not fit the bubble strip that's in it.
Well, check it out. Maybe if you might not have to do that much sanding for it to fit in there.
My Rogue One Vader, I'm going to be doing soon. So
I was looking. I was looking into the chassis for the MP the 3.
DV3.
DV3.
Yeah.
Was it KR that has the other version of what I've got?
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of chassis, Tim from Tierfon Orbital was doing a sale on some hilts, and he had
Saber Armory,
and he had some one of the hilts he had sales was an MPP ANH, and
really,
oh nice,
and the bottom part of a crystal chassis.
Yeah, this one's gonna have a dual crystal chassis in it because the Vader Saber is a dual phase crystal.
Yeah. By the way, Chris, what I did with my Kenobi ANH was
I'll be right back.
The original one, when it came to me, it was clocked. The pommel was clocked to where the D ring would be like right around here, which doesn't really work when you're down. So now I was able to get some rubber O-rings, and now it's clocked around right here.
Oh, so that is clockable. When I tightened it back down, the bottom piece, the very bottom, actually does come off, and you can actually clock that whole thing.
Oh,
because it's a multi-piece pommel. It's just really tight. You might have to use some rubber gloves. That's what I used. I used those nitro gloves. They gave me enough grip to get it to tighten.
Yeah, well, I don't have rubber gloves at the time. Hold on, let me get some pliers.
Sorry. That was me and the plumber strength.
Well, yeah, I know. Let's see. This might help.
I'm trying to work on the child's blade, and I think I've got a good sized blade for it.
What? Is it a 7/8 or a 3/4?
Yeah, it's a 7/8, right?
Yeah. Why would they make this tight? Like seriously.
I tightened it. That was my fault.
So
Well, listen. Either way.
What do you think? What do you guys think? That should be a good size, right?
Oh, that is a good size.
I mean, yeah. I mean, personally, I would just go with a 28-inch blade, but then reminding myself that Grogu hasn't fully grown up yet, and I'm just like, yeah, that could work.
Well, see, that's the thing. When you
oversized cheese knife.
Yes.
That's what I was thinking, right? But yeah, no, I mean, you can't make a longer. I don't think you can make a longer blade than this because, of course, you have to make it appropriate to the saber. I mean, you have to make it appropriate to the saber. Now, unfortunately, I haven't gotten all the stuff to make the blade complete yet, but I'm hoping to get it done by the end of next month. Of course, my birthday is tomorrow, so hopefully I'll get birthday money and be able to buy some parts. But
all the cool people are February.
Right. So here I've got
either way, I've got
part of a blade, part of a blade thing just to kind of, because I was going to make a lamp saver blade, and of course I'm still kind of, but see with the child, I got to have that recessed blade in there, and so in having, I've never done a recessed blade before, and I was asking Anthony about it, and I was watching him on make a blade with Harris, and they were making a 7/8 inch blade, but with the 7/8 inch blade that they did, it was not an LED, it was an in-hilt LED blade. And so it was a little different than what I was expecting to see. But at the same time, I know I've got to go and watch some more videos on making a 7/8 inch blade. And I believe Jeremy from Solos has done thank you, dude. Thank you, Mo. I believe Jeremy from Solos has done a recessed blade and how he did it. And so I need to go back and watch that video as well and learn how to because I've already got my measurement, and my measurement depth within the blade itself is 7.75. And so if you're looking into here, that only goes right up to here, right? Yeah. And it's about that much that I do need to take stock off, and I've already made my mark. I don't know if anybody can see the mark right there, but I made my mark where I can take that piece off too, to fit the LEDs that I actually have in length for it. This is a little bit longer one. This blade right here was for the lamp saver, and I never got around to doing it, so I have to order more parts to get the lamp saver going and to get Grogu's. What I may end up doing though is not utilizing these strips, just buy all new strips, probably 4 sets of strips, and maybe not cut anything out of this thing. Do the blade, and then do another blade so that I could have my 7/8 inch blade for the crate slayer, because the crate slayer is also a 7/8 inch blade, right? I've got the longer blade stock in the garage, and so I'm gonna put the short lamp saver blade or Grogu's blade in here, right? Now I'm going to turn this on, and again, thanks to Jeremy at Solos for the free install that I got from him when I won the Christmas giveaway that they did, and I'm going to turn it on, and let's see here. Now, of course, you're not going to see much because I mean, this is just an empty blade, right? Just blade stock. But
I didn't think that was done already.
Yeah, it came out. It came out really good, man. And let me turn this off, and take I'll take the back off so everybody can see the chassis on it that he did, right? And of course, Jimmy did an excellent job on the chassis, man.
Yeah, it always does.
And that's another reason why I like seeing his vids, man. His chassis are like freaking awesome, dude. And hopefully one day I'll come up with the badass chassis myself.
Yeah. You know, with February here, I'm really looking forward to Con Nuga on the 20th. I'm testing out my Darth Nihilus cosplay. I have the lightsaber. The mask is coming in, is being sent to a guy to get the head things on, so that way they can be shown. I've got I've got the hilt. I've got the cape, and I'm gonna also do like a separate like back cape thing, like like the back cape that Darth Vader has underneath the main cape.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that to continue with the flow.
Yeah. So Mo, you see, this is what I was talking about with the buttons right here on the chassis.
Yeah.
And then you have the plunge system that goes, into the buttons, right? You got the buttons right here, and then you press it down, and it has that shaft that sticks through, and it'll depress the buttons right there. So,
kind of like my Vader that I've got.
Yeah. Well, the Crate Slayer definitely takes inspiration from Anakin AOTC as well.
Yes.
And as well as the augmentation of the buttons there.
Mm-hmm.
It is a beautiful hilt.
Oh, it is. I mean, it's gorgeous, dude.
When I first saw it, I was like, I don't know if I like that one, but now I really like them. I might have to get it myself.
Yeah. if they make if Leon decides to make another run, dude.
Yeah.
I'll probably get a used one.
Speaking of Leon, one of his hilts that he did, the Wrangler, it's sort of based off of Darth Xana's hilt. Mythomix Carter, he came out with a Darth Bane, Darth Xana duo font today.
Today, right?
Yeah.
Did it come out today?
Yeah, it came out today. And here's the thing: a Darth Xana font is extremely there's not a modern one out there. The closest one that of today there was one that was updated in 2021 by Jedi FX, but at the same time, it's from 2021 when the last update was. A font like that, it's a lot of stuff has happened with CFX and with Profi in the last few years. So the fact that this is a new one is very, very good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just bought another CFX. It'll be on its way tomorrow.
Nice.
Wow.
Albert Flores had a couple of used boards.
Yeah.
So I bought one.
Hey, do you have any backup Profi V3s on you?
I don't. I gotta get those ordered.
Got it.
Those will be coming from X-Tech.
How reliable are they?
I haven't ordered from them yet. That order will be after the 89 Saber, so probably a month and a half or so from now.
Okay.
Thank you, Charlie.
So I'll have 10 boards. So.
Oh, cool.
I have plenty.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, the storm is killing you. I bet. It didn't get that bad over here. It only got to like 30, 32. So we never lost power or anything, so we're good to go here.
Yeah, in Chattanooga, it actually snowed a little on Saturday, and it was so beautiful.
We got snow. I got stuck in my driveway.
Well, you live up in upstate New York.
Yeah.
And I drive a manual, so it's not even.
You drive a manual? Oh, you poor.
That's a good car to have. Oh, dude, I used to love driving the manuals, man. They were a lot of fun.
5-speed.
They were a lot of fun, man. One of my greatest friends, Troy. He lives in Oklahoma now. He taught me how to drive standard, and one of my greatest trucks was a Chevy Cheyenne 5-speed. And dude, that thing could book it. That thing went through hell and back. Just like lightsabers, man. Just like lightsabers. If you can get a lightsaber that can go through hell and back, it's a good saber, man.
89 sabers, way to go.
Yeah,
they're good hilts.
Yeah.
Now, and I have to admit, I like to utilize a lot of custom saber shop parts, simply because not only do you make your own custom made lightsaber, right? You can design it the way you want it, the way they have certain things going on it, but you can also modify things for that particular saber without really destroying some of what was going on with that type of saber look, right? You can only enhance the look on there. You can't really destroy the look of it. So that's one of the reasons why I really love the custom saber shop stuff. And as a matter of fact, when I do start selling stuff and making sabers, the sabers that I am going to produce are all going to be mostly custom saber shop stuff. Rich is in the house. Rich, love Rich, man. And if anybody needs chassis stuff, go for Rich, man. Rich does some badass chassis as well, and other stuff too.
I have to agree with you on that, Mundo. And I would say that when it comes to the versatility that MHS, and I mean MHS was like the first to pioneer the whole variable hilt parts and whatnot. Like basically everything that we see from LGT and TXQ, I mean, it originates from those original ideas. And plus I mean, it was also with Park Sabers originally, and then came, with Ultra Sabers, it's where they mostly get their stuff from.
Yeah, I really like their stuff, man.
I do like that they've branched out recently when it comes to different parts. Like, for example, I definitely want to do I want to do more grips for my graphics. For example, I have a new hook grip right here. I have a Empire Strikes Back sequel trilogy grip, but the problem is in the original trilogy is that the original ESB grip section had black screws on the bottom, and but they were painted. So now what I want to do is have a bottom ESB part made that uses the black screw bits. And thankfully, with the Custom Saber Shop, they have the Graflex Shop's kit for that. I'm not sure if they have it on stock or if they bought multiple ones. I'll have to ask before placing an order in. But ultimately, I really, really, really would like to. Basically, I'd like to make 2 extra versions. I want to make two grips. I want to make the standard one we see from ESB with the black grips, and I also that are the black grips with the black screws. But I also want to make one based off of what we saw with the Dagobah prop, where it's a little bit rusted and one of them is a little bit bent. One of the grips is bent. That one is going to be for my Ranch Saber build. For those of you who don't know, the Ranch Saber build is basically the accumulation of all the little different Graflex parts that were left over from the original trilogy, and they were combined into one Graflex hilt that is still on display at Skywalker Ranch.
Wow.
That's
cool.
And it's the one that was the inspiration for the Episode 3 hilt.
Yeah. Now, thanks thanks to Chris, I was actually able to acquire a second F16 from the custom saber shop as well, and that now completes both my Scorpion and Sub-Zero hilts, right? My Mortal Kombat hilts. And so now I need to get. I probably will commission somebody to paint them a little bit for me. I don't want too much paint, but I need to install them first before I get the paint job going, and then once I get the install done, then I'll send them out to paint. Um, and I have what I do want is, and I hope it's gonna be kind of cool, like on the on the tip of the yellow one, I think I want to get painted a scorpion's, dagger and chain bit, right?
Oh, that'd be
Uh,
cool.
yeah, so that's I'm gonna get the Mortal Kombat symbol on there on both of them, but the ice probably like I don't know, something with ice and snow or something, just to showcase the colors already showcase Sub-Zero, right? The black and the black and blue, but I want to make it pop better than that. So a little bit of snow, ice, or something to make that effect a little bit better, and then of course, maybe a little bit of fire and the chain and dagger onto the black and gold, so that shows that scorpion, right? Maybe a little fire with the chain stick coming out of the fire. So we'll see how that's gonna work out. But again, utilizing paint as well, or however you paint it, whether it be sand, what do you call it? Damn it, what do you call it? Shit. You throw it in the oven, the electrolyte.
Oh,
Not sandblasting. Oh, Jesus, my brain.
powder
I tell
coating.
you, powder coating. There you go.
Yeah.
So I think powder coating it. Well, since it's already powder coated, I don't want to mess up the powder coat paint already. So I have to figure out how to get it. I'll probably get it painted, that stuff on there, instead of getting it powder coated a second time. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
I can't find it.
Something to think about, right? So there's always things that you can utilize to get your parts the way that you want. And then whether it be the shroud part. Now the shroud parts, if you're milling them out, some people, like I said, you use the bandsaw to mill out, to cut your parts, and then get your design on there, and then utilize, maybe you have a laser cutter. Your laser cutter could really easily make precise cuts, so you don't have to do that much of sanding and so forth. Yes, etching too, Mo, right? Etching has another depth of layer to your enhancing your parts for your lightsaber. You can either acid etch, laser etch. You could do. There's just so many ways of doing certain things. But the two main ones that right now people are doing are both the acid etches and the laser etches, and
Yeah.
either or. But I think that the laser etching is a lot better, a lot cleaner. You don't have to worry too much about your cleanup with the acid and everything else on top of that, right?
Yeah.
Your chemicals.
Solo Sabers and what's the other company? I'm drawing a blank here. Saber Trio.
I want to.
They do a lot with the etching, and they've made some really cool stuff. I saw the heirloom quality Star Killer that Solo Sabers, or no, was that Starfall? I think that was Starfall, and it had some really nice engraving on it that he did.
Jeremy's been doing Jeremy has been doing some badass stuff with laser etching and so forth. And
Yeah.
then, oh well, before him was who else was doing it that hasn't done it in a while that I was watching? Geez, a few other people that I had watched, and they were doing the laser etching as well. That came out really good. Matter of fact, I know that Jeremy did some for Mythomix and a few others, right?
Hmm.
I think he did one for Warren, but he also etched a coin out
Hmm.
when he did his run of that samurai looking type saber.
Oh yeah, I think I saw that.
Yeah, and he did really cool. That coin that he did with that run was really cool.
Hmm.
Um,
Scott's asking you if you're doing designing a chassis for the child.
I would love to, but like I said, my skills are not even close to anybody else's like that. I would
Yeah.
love to.
I
And
think
and
that
and
Leon did have a chassis for it.
I've seen two forms of chassis though, because I know Cheerfon Orbital did one, and he did one with I forgot what was it, something 500 battery. And then
Hmm.
I know that Jeremy did one with the 18650 battery.
Hmm.
So I'm kind of conflicted with what I want. But the battery, if I utilize an 18650 battery, I know I'm not going to have a crystal chamber in there. And Tearfon
Hmm.
Orbital did one with a crystal chamber in it. You know, of course it was small, but that was pretty damn good. And
Um,
I would not mind that one, mind you. But yeah, again, like I said, I've got the blade already, the blade stock ready to go for it, and I probably need to get some more. Like I
get one of
said,
these.
I need to get some more LEDs, and yeah, is that
It's
well? I think it's about the size of the 123 123s from
Oh
yeah.
wow, get
This
this.
is the 18350.
18350.
Yeah.
What's the milliamps on it?
Is 1100 milliamps.
1100. Oh yeah, I say probably a good 20 30 minutes on it.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
with the flashlight, I get a couple hours.
that's
Yeah.
crazy. Um, so Solo Sabers just posted that today is his 6-year anniversary of starting his business, and
Mm-hmm.
he offered the first 6 people who reach out to him for an install would get $100 discount.
Oh,
That's
nice.
that's good.
And that's good
That's
considering
nice.
what he charges, which is good work, which is great
Yeah.
work.
Yeah, definitely for sure. I mean, I have the proof. I have a chassis, man. And I guarantee you, you will not be dissatisfied. But you will not be dissatisfied either if you get a chassis from Rich. Because man, I tell you,
Yeah,
Rich does freaking
he
awesome
does
work
good
as well.
work, but he's busy, so it's hard to get a hold of him.
Yeah, very busy. Amazing guy, dude. Amazing guy. I could have not met him. Yeah, did I tell you guys that he came to Corpus one year and we went and had a drink together, man. And they're uh he and Kelsey, they're just like beautiful people, man. Awesome people. If you ever get a chance to meet him, just beautiful people. I hope one day he'll come back to Corpus and we'll have another drink together. Or I can go up there and to Frisco and well, I may go to Frisco one of these years because they're building I think what is it uh uh the one in Orlando. What's that theme park in Orlando? Um, dee, 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 dee.
Oh, Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah, well, no. Oh my gosh, I just saw it the other day, and I'm telling you, uh, man, like Epcot Center. Um, Jesus, my brain. Oh my God. um, what's that studios that does like all the rides and stuff? The
Like Universal?
yeah, there you go. Universal. Universal
Okay.
Studios is building a theme park out there in Frisco, man.
Oh,
And
no.
so if they're here in Texas, and I may go visit that theme park one of these years when it gets done. And it looks pretty damn big. From what I've seen, look it up, man. I don't know. I'm not sure what kind of rides that they're doing, but man, they look like they're doing a big park out there. For sure. For sure, for sure. Now, I'm thinking also, sanding parts, utilizing sanders as well. Now you can utilize your sanders in your Dremel. I'm sure, Chris, you use a lot of sanding drums, right? Or not really?
I haven't used the sanding drums as much. I usually hand sand
Mm-hmm.
just because I like to be able to feel it. For doing the smaller parts, I use my diamond coated Dremel bits, and then I hand sand those afterwards.
Mm-hmm. Now, have you had any parts that had like the holes were like just a little too small? You had to drill them out a little bit more to fit the
Yeah.
part.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll use a bigger drill bit, or if I need to re-tap it, I've got a tap set.
See, I have a drill and tap set that I haven't even learned how to use. I've got the
They're not too
die,
bad.
and I've got the die set to go with it, right? I guess, and the dies are the ones that make the threads, right?
Mm-hmm.
You get the solid piece of aluminum, or you get the solid rod, and you use the dies to make your threads, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so see, I'm learning little bit by little bit, but I mean,
Yep.
because when I saw dies in the set that I bought and it said dies, I'm like, well, what the hell are these for? And then of course, through the course of watching a few videos, I finally learned that you use those to make your threading, and I'm all
Mm-hmm.
like, damn, okay. All right, so I can buy these rods, cut rods, and make my threading according to what I need as far as my needs. Whether I need, 440, or I mean, of course, I bought 440 rods already. I don't really need any just yet, but like, the other sizes, I can buy those rods straight up plain and use the dies and make the threading that way if I need to, or even make, my own, make threading and then cut them and use them as different stuff. So, man, see, I'm telling you, there's ways to up your skills to make your parts for your sabers, right? You have to take the time to learn some things. And believe me, if I can do it, I know you guys can do it. And I'm as slow can go. I'm like the damn turtle in the rabbit race.
Mm-hmm. And I'm
It
slower
may
than
take
that.
me a while to get there, but I'll get there. Yeah. And don't cut yourself short. Believe me, if you don't have those skills and you want to have those skills, just learn it. Just do it. You don't fail at it until you give up. And if you don't
That's how
give
I
up,
started doing lightsaber stuff.
yeah.
I grabbed an old board from an oven and started soldering. That's how I
Yeah,
learned how to
me, I
solder.
went the opposite. Yeah, me, I went the opposite way. I went to new expensive boards and did it that way and fried too. So a hard lesson to swallow, believe me.
Yeah.
But I'm real interested in that proxy. Like I keep mentioning it, right? But I can't get over the fact that I've watched several videos on it, and I'm thinking to myself, damn, to mill out some parts, to put on a saber,
Mm-hmm.
and to think about, excuse me, guys. Excuse me, guys. My apologies. I was thinking to myself, damn, what if I could mill out my own bunny ears, right?
Oh, that'd be
And
cool.
and do something like that, or mill out my own custom button box, right? Now I do have an idea for a button um, activation box that I had already told James about. You guys have seen what I was trying to accomplish, and I hope that when he gets that done, that it will be something special because the way I'm imagining it, um, the way I'm imagining that button setup, I plan on having it. What I do want to do is I want to get just 3D print it. Yeah. Well, Rich, I don't know how to use. I'm still learning on how to use like that not Tinkercad, but FreeCAD stuff like that. I gotta learn how to use that, man. And I'm just what really gets me is because of my dyslexia and I see the lines and I get a little confused on certain things. It's a little hard for me to do. But eventually I'm going to get there. Eventually if I take it slow enough, I will get there. Um, but that's really what I want to do, Rich. I mean, because one of these days I would love to make just something for you as well, man. Something that I've come up with, something that I have done myself, and as repayment for everything you've done for me, is something that that would go back to you from me. So that's my one of my goals, dude. And anybody who's really helped me out doing a lot of these things, I want to give back to people, right? Yeah, it takes a lot of practice. For me, it takes a lot of practice, and but I will get there. I will get there. That is my attitude of I will get there. May take a while, but I'll get there. I mean, I learned how to make blades. I've learned how to make certain things. I've learned how to wire up boards. But yeah, I mean, I think I can do that, and I will get there. I will get there. So um, we'll see how that runs, how long it takes. But I don't put myself on any time constraints just yet because I don't want to rush certain things. I want to learn it. If I'm gonna learn it, I'm gonna learn it the right way, and I'm gonna get it set because I want it to be second nature. Boom. Let's see. So again, grips and stuff too, right? So grips, making your own grips, 3D printing your own grips, 3D printing your chassis, 3D printing your shrouds. I've got a couple of shrouds that are 3D printed, man, and those are some freaking awesome things. One of the shrouds, and of course you've seen the shroud that I have right for the warlock, and it's over there in my bedroom. I'm not gonna go get it, but the one that it's signed by Darth Maul himself, and I plan on producing one of something close to that one of these days as well. So uh, the 3D printer that I have is just it's an awesome thing, man. Awesome thing, and I'm still learning. I'm still learning on how to tweak things within the 3D printer to make things a lot better. But not overall not bad. And I have to thank Rich because Rich is the one that said, when I was really um, struggling with the decision on what kind of 3D printer to get and whether I had get this printer or that printer or the printer that I have, which is the Centauri Carbon. Um, I made a great choice, and Rich said, hey, the Centauri Carbon, the Elegoo, you can't really go wrong, and or Bamboo, you can't really go wrong either, man. So whichever one you decide, and so I made my decision based on Rich helping me out with that, and you know putting me in the direction where I need to go, and my I've heard a lot of stories of bad things happening with this 3D printer, but I've also heard a lot of good stuff. And mine has been a workhorse. Like it's just been going and going and going and going. I think I've only did a maintenance cleanup once in the time that I bought it last year. And I tell you, that thing just keeps going and going and going. So it's cool. And then, like I said, I'm still learning to tweak things. So again, whether you commission somebody to do certain things for you, or you learn to do it yourself, either avenue that you take can produce, elation, happiness, so forth. Sometimes regret, depending on, well, what if I went this direction? Well, you can't really base your decision on what if, right? Don't base your decision on what if. Chris, if you said, what if I did this, and you did that, have you ever had that time where you said, well, if I did this, this is what would be the result of it? And did that result actually come out, or did it come out better than what you expected to come out?
Yeah. I say I started doodling because you mentioned bunny ears. I'm like, bunny, I can make custom bunny ears. So I'm just like, oh, so I drew those. I'm gonna make.
I've got one. I've got one up in here. Yeah, I've got one up in here that really, really just kind of, I can't get out of my head, but I have a feeling that it may be kind of cool. And I'll share it with you guys all later on when I start drawing a little bit better, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so
takes practice. Like I said,
it does.
Get yourself a decent ruler. That'll help you keep the line straight.
I've been doing all freehand stuff, man, because like I said, with some of the videos that I was watching, oh my God, my wife's just making faces at me right now. I'm trying so hard not to laugh, right? God, baby, now I've lost my train of thought. Thank you. So
she's like, success.
Yes, yeah, that's her. Yeah, she likes to mess with me a lot, dude. But it's all fun. So drawing, I've been drawing freehand, right? In the videos that I've been watching, and it tells you to draw lines, but do certain lines, squiggly lines, this kind of line, and then but you lock your elbow and you go your whole arm this way. Then you do your wrist and do it that way, and then this and that. And I'm like, oh my God. And so I was able to somewhat draw that little picture that I sent you guys, that I sent James. That was the result of me ever drawing something somewhat decent. So I've actually been able to try to improve on that just a little bit, right?
Yeah.
On that button deal. And so again, a little bit, each day I do a little bit more curved lines and do this so that I could try to make the speaker pod first. So what I'm doing is I'm making the speaker pod first, and then once I get better at drawing something, then I can add to the speaker pod of the parts of the chassis to go up, and then maybe start doing the battery compartment after I hit the speaker pod. And when I feel like I've got the speaker pod down, then I'll start working on the chassis where the battery compartment is, work on that battery compartment. And then if I like it, or how I have the battery compartment, then I'll work my way up onto the crystal chamber. And then after the crystal chamber, now I've got an idea on a crystal chamber that I would like to see get done and produced in a specific way. And it's different from what everybody else has been doing, right? And And so to me, I don't know if it's going to work, but the way that I have it set up, I might be able to utilize those SMD SMD LEDs inside where the crystal chamber is, and we'll see how that goes, right? So that's just one of the little things that I'm thinking of within a crystal chamber that I've got in mind. And I've got 3 versions of crystal chambers in my head that I want to get out of my head because it's killing me.
That's when you
But
start
again,
doodling.
That's when you start doodling. And boy, I've already gone probably through, I want to say half a spiral notebook.
Yeah, I just bought this one. I just started doodling this one.
Well, it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of it's kind of fun though. And one of the things that I did hear that you really have to monitor yourself when you're doing that, because as an artist, as a drawer, you tend to change things up so much because you don't like a certain thing and you keep adding and you're never satisfied with what you're drawing, right?
Yeah.
And so I have to keep that in mind, that if I learn how to draw well, then I have to keep that in mind, because if I'm never satisfied with something, it won't ever get produced. So I have to keep that in mind. But yeah, so now have you utilized, Chris, have you utilized any bits from Dremel to do certain things to produce certain aspects of the hilt?
With a couple hilts, I used my Dremel to add weathering. I used certain shapes to get blaster scarring and nicks and stuff like that, and it looked pretty good. I really like using the I use the round bit that's got the large size ball on it, and then I've got a cylindrical, a smaller one. I use both of those for doing the battle scarring and stuff like that. And that, and I've got a carbide right here.
Yeah, is that the aluminum carbide?
No, it's just regular carbide. I use that. It's got the carbide spiral. I use that for doing detail work as well. If I want to add some scratches or, write some sort of airbrush or something like that on it, which I'm not very good at doing airbrush. I've only done that twice, so.
Now I
use that, and it works pretty well. I do need to get a new Dremel because I broke this one.
Have you used any of the M3 or M4s type knurled screws, or not screws? What do you call them? Nuts. The knurled nuts.
Oh, the knurled nuts. I used a couple, just to add something to the saber, because it was like I'd used one on the bottom of this for a while, just to add some look to it. Because I've got a handful of them that I get from sabers that I buy for people like Bears. Because he's got a bunch of them, so I'm like, hey, you need these? He goes, no. I'm like, okay, they're mine now. And I use them in my builds. I get the let me grab them real quick. I've got them in the saber kit.
Now, do you have any of the 440 knurled nuts or not?
Or I've got a couple left over.
Okay.
I've got a couple in here.
Okay.
From that crystal chamber that I just built.
I
like getting these caps and knurled studs. I get these from the local hardware store.
Yeah. I can get some of this.
They work perfect on like the Vaders for swapping these out. I've got a spare Vader emitter here that I got.
Now, now those 440 thumb knurled nuts? Are you utilizing the threaded rods with those as well?
Yes. The chamber I've got here. Me and Mo are going to try to figure out how to work this thing because it's got the longer studs on top. They're supposed to go into some sort of setting and then lock in with either snap rings or something like that. And that's what those are for. I'm just going to get some longer rods, take these ones off, put the normal knurled nuts on there, and probably leave a good 1.25 inches or so on either side.
Now, if you decide, you can cut that in half and have 2 crystal chambers produced with that one thing.
I could do that too.
But those heat inserts you could get if you can get a 3D printed piece, because those are heated inserts. You take your soldering iron, get it set in there, and you can set in those threaded pieces into the plastic, and you can have it set in that.
Oh yeah, because those are circuit boards.
Yeah,
I could do that.
Right.
I've got them decently tight, so it doesn't wiggle at all.
Yeah,
I might leave it like this just because if anything goes on, I can take it apart. Because if it's going to go in not this one, but a Star Killer build.
Oh, okay. Well, then if you have, okay. So what you could do, what you could do is if you're looking, if you're facing the let me get over here. Let me back out. Okay, so if you're facing, if you have that crystal chamber right here facing, right? So what you could do is where the round of the bottom is, right? If you drill out the holes and you put the plastic inserts in there, what you could do is take just take the bottom piece, the bottom knurled nut off, and then what you'll do is you'll take your soldering iron and set. Okay, see where the bottom where your thumb is at. Get those and insert it. Get a plastic piece to go into the metal round housing, and then you insert the bottom piece. Get just take the bottom ones off. That's all you need. It's just the bottom ones off, and you should be able to heat those up, sink those into the plastic, right? And then
that's a good idea.
And then have the little connectors connect in there. And so all you got to do is just set it in there and pop it in just like that. And then it'll sit right up in there,
That is a good idea. I actually like that idea.
Yeah. Yeah, Mo says he would recommend E6000 for it. You can do it that way.
Yeah, I've got plenty of that. I've got like 3 or 4 tubes.
Yeah. So you could do it that way too. Just have the holes where big enough to fit those inserts, and then put the E6000 in there and just glue it in there like that with the E6000. So there you go.
Yeah, I'm planning on making a couple scrap flexes in the next year or two.
I need to make one.
A Vader aesthetic to it.
I need to make one. That's a good idea.
Those nuts on there. But it's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be more of a covered crystal chamber. So I might have fins like that, but it's going to have cutouts instead of an open crystal chamber in the front.
I'm trying to see. I'm trying to come up with a plunger system that utilizes the pen springs,
Yeah.
but that seems to be a little uh, tedious at the moment. I
Yeah.
haven't been able to have it successfully work just the way I want it, but I will eventually because I want it to work. I want it to work with the low the box one low profile.
Mm. But yeah. The nice thing about these, because Nexus gave me a short Greeley there, is I bought this because it'll go over top of the retention screw, and it still looks good.
Yeah,
but it'll hold it. Here. I got the camera flipped.
Yeah, no, it looks
It'll
good.
hold.
It looks,
It'll hold it
yeah.
in the material. Because with just that, it only holds it in one thread. So if you bump it, it might pop out. With this, I mean, this is almost the perfect length. It'll go into the hilt and stay there, and I can just glue that in place. And that's how I'm going to send it to my customer. I'll include the old one too, but be like, hey, we can use this. They come in brass too.
Yeah, I've got over here at Ace Hardware, they've got the brass ones, and they've got a good amount of them. So, and they've got the 440 ones. They got the what is it? The six.
I know what you're. I don't think it's 660. It's something.
6/8 or something like that. And then they have the bigger ones, right?
Yeah.
So they got but the bigger ones. I was thinking that the one above the 440 might be good for like a button system, right?
Yeah.
Buttons. I was thinking of doing those neural nuts like that for buttons. So I'm trying to come up with a button system like that. And I think that would be like badass because the MHS saber that I'm thinking of making would complement those as far as the power and auxiliary buttons, right?
Yeah.
And that would be so badass. The way I'm just envisioning it, it would be badass. And I think I would probably have a GH4 in it.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to get a couple more boards because I have nothing left. I used my last couple in other builds. The Profi that's in my Anakin is starting to crap out on me. Brand new. Already having issues.
Wow. Man. Now,
it was glitching on me all day.
No, man, I can't wait to wire up my GH4s, and now that Jeremy had did this GH4 for me, I've got to get it. I haven't set up the what do you call it? The Wi-Fi system set up in it yet. I haven't done that. Haven't done that yet, but I will. I will. Now, because what I think it's going to work really well with the crate slayer because it's got the open slits in there.
Yeah.
And so it should, the Wi-Fi signal should come in very well with it. So I'll be setting that up hopefully within the next week or two. I don't know yet. If I have time for it, I'll set it up, but I also need to download the app to get the app going on I think what it is, the ForceSync app, right? Something like that.
For the
GH4.
Harvest, yeah. It's force sync.
It's a force sync, right?
Yeah.
And that also goes for the
Profis.
CFX as well, right? Profis as well.
For
So
the ones that have the Bluetooth, yeah. I think for CFX you can use that as well.
so there's three boards that you can utilize that particular app, right?
Yeah.
Which is the Profi, the CFX, and the GH4.
Yep.
Huh.
Yeah, he's still working on the Profi.
Okay.
He's got some of the features down. He's trying to figure out how to add fonts through the app,
Mm-hmm.
as well as update the board firmware.
Mm-hmm.
But he's got the basic stuff, so you can change sound fonts on the fly, like you can with Xeno and SNV4. Just flip through them. You can change the blade colors. You can change the blade effects. But that's pretty much it. You can't do anything else.
Yeah.
Volume control as well. The basic stuff.
Basic stuff is fine with me.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I need.
Yeah. I do like to add fonts, though. That's the one thing I still got to learn how to do.
Oh, yeah.
With Profi?
Yeah. I'm still having issues with mine, and I haven't really gotten into it.
With Arduino?
Yeah. Yep, she's stuck in read-only mode, and I can't get the stinking thing out of it.
Now, I do need to see about if I can get one of those chassis that I downloaded and printed out from printables and stuff. I need to see if there's one that will fit the SNV4 that you send me, and I want to start. I want to start.
Did you get a second one?
No, I did not.
Because there was an SNV4 in this box that you sent me.
Really? What?
Yeah. I was like, did he not want it?
Oh.
Yeah, because.
Oh, shit.
I can send it back to you.
Yeah, just send it back to me. Damn, I didn't know it was in there. It must have fallen off the table while I was packing your stuff.
Oh, it probably did.
Oh, damn.
Yep. So I saw that. I'm like, oh, okay. Well.
No, I was like, no wonder I couldn't find it. I was like, I was looking for it. I was looking for it all over the place. I was all like, God damn it. I'm like looking for it because remember I had sent you the schematic of the I needed because my regular printer is out. I need to get a new printer so that I can print out the schematic and so I can have it on paper because I like it on paper instead of keeping it on my phone because my phone will shut off and I don't want to have to keep going back and forth, turning it on to keep looking at the picture, right? And so I was looking for the DIM board and it was like, okay, I need to see where all of the stuff to wire it goes so that I can have a plan of action because that one gold saber that I have, the candy gold, I think I'm gonna put the SNV4 in that. And so I want to get the chassis to fit that. So that was my next plan of action is to try to find a chassis that will fit the SNV4 that will fit in that particular hilt because I already have the button system set up for it, which has got the I made a little platform that goes on the inside of the low profile that will hold the buttons, right? So I've got the little board that's inside the low profile, and then my clamp card will go up on top. But the little S&D buttons will stick out of there just slightly, right? They will just stick out slightly for the buttons to be depressed. So I've got that little system going. and I just need the SNV4 to wire up that way. But I need an appropriate chassis that will work with that with the MHS body. So
Yeah.
yeah. I was
Yeah,
looking
I'll
for
send it
that
back to
damn
you.
thing. Oh my God. I was looking for it for 2 weeks and I'm all like, where the hell did I put it? And of course, that's what I do all the time. I always misplace things. And I think I had it set right there on my workbench. And when I was putting your stuff together, and then I had the popcorn stuff on the table and I was pushing the popcorn stuff in there. I think what happened is I swiped it. I swiped it with the popcorn stuff
Yep.
together. Like shit. No wonder I couldn't find it. But yeah, that's I want to work on the SNV4 too, man, because I'm so excited to start getting some of these boards wired up, man. I've been
I got those
really working hard on
saber
stuff.
darts too.
Yeah,
Ooh.
what do you think? How did it come out, man? Let's get this a little bit. What do you think? How did it come
I
out?
like them.
Yeah,
They came out pretty good. Got a little bit of fuzzies on them, but that's what the light is for, just burn
yeah,
off a little bit.
yeah, a little bit.
But yeah, I'll
I didn't
probably
have
put some
time to do.
rubbing buff on these. I'll do a couple in gold and then the rest in silver.
Yeah, the rub and buff works really well with them, dude. The ones that I've done. I didn't do the gold. Now, Barris, I'm gonna send you a couple of those as well eventually, dude.
Send me what?
Some of these
Those.
saber darts.
Oh, cool. That'd be nice.
Yeah. Oh my God. But yeah, those are really cool, man. I did a good batch. I'm sending some of those to Anthony and um anybody else I think I can think of over there.
Yeah. I was liking all this. Whoops. I got them.
No, see, I've got to remember also who has like 3D printers and stuff like that. I want to be able to. I think I'm gonna send a couple. I'm gonna send a couple of those out to Scott as well. Right. I got. I think I got about four for Scott. Titan.
Yeah. I do like these too. These are awesome.
Yeah. Let's get a close up of those. I think I did pretty okay on those. You know, as far as printing those out.
I'm gonna use my phone next week because it's got better camera on
Now,
it.
I only send you 25 of those. You said you wanted 50, so I'll send you another 25 later on.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah, I've got to get some more gold filament. I mean, I still have some, but it's not enough to make any enough of those, right? But yeah, they came out pretty decent.
Very poor. There's a little bit better. Yeah, I'm gonna use my phone next week because that's got a better camera on it. I've got my tripod.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all this stuff's pretty cool. Yeah.
So Barris, I'll be sending you some of those too. The Galactic Credits.
Thank you.
Now this thing was pretty cool. I did like this a lot.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you though. I had to. I sent you mine because the one that I had for you had a lot more stuff in it. And I had something in my hand and it went across the room.
Yep.
And I'm really like, oh shit, I just screwed this up. So I was all like, okay, I gotta send him mine because you know.
What's cool,
but
though,
eventually, I'm gonna make another one. But yeah.
I've got a crystal that'll fit in this.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be my desktop one. Yeah.
That's what I plan on doing. I want to do that with because I want to have like one of those rib tubes coming out of it.
Oh yeah.
And I'm gonna have like a little LED. I don't know if I want to do strip LEDs or if I want to do the LED rope that will kind of like run a little pathway, and then have a little area that does the charging, the through charging with the blade.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna see how that's gonna come out. But that's one of my ideas to do with that little crystal chamber type looking thing.
Speaking of crystal chambers, I saw that I think it's either X Tech or HL Sabers or both or whatever. They released a spinning, rotating crystal chassis thing for the Star Killer, for the SK1.
It's odd. I was talking to a guy that just bought
Thank
one.
you, Mo.
How so?
It was on one of the Star Killer groups that I'm part of on Facebook, and the crystal's weird. It sticks out more. So, like if you look at ours,
it's more recessed
on the X Tech. It's more recessed. On the new ones, it sits out a little bit further, and it doesn't go all the way up to the top part, so it can freely spin. I just don't like it. I don't like the spinning crystal. I like a static crystal.
I do too. I like that too.
Well, here's a question to your guy. Does the spinning crystal make a lot of noise?
He's got a do-it-yourself kit, so it doesn't make any noise yet.
Yeah. Well, I think it would be interesting to see. Well, keep me updated on that, because if it will be interesting to see how it fits out with that. Because I personally will probably just get not the DIY kit, but just the get it version of it.
Yeah.
Or you would, or I would pay you, and you would install it or something like that.
Now, to me, having having a spinning crystal chamber, it doesn't make any sense in a saber, but to me,
it's a gimmick.
No. I get it, dude. I get it. I know. I understand it. But what to me, like if you're gonna have a spinning crystal, to me it feels like that you would have this spinning crystal in a rechargeable scenario, right?
Yeah.
Like you would have the spinning crystal, and then you would place your crystal on the side that just recharges that crystal to whatever you put your force into it, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to explain the way my brain is thinking.
With a plasma gate.
But yeah, it would be kind of cool that way. But not just, but the thought of spinning in this, I don't know. I think because if you hit it, you're hitting it constantly, and the shaking around. There's no real holding the crystal completely, right?
Yeah, like Mo was just saying, he likes the static crystal with the spinning plasma gate, which does look cool. A lot of the master chassis have that. They've got that spinning plasma gate that goes around it. I've seen one that was pretty cool. It had the metal mesh that went around the crystal chamber, which looked really cool.
Scott.
But yeah, I think there was only one saber in the expanded universe that had
Rich agrees.
a spinning crystal or spinning mechanism in the crystal chamber, and I can't remember whose it was. I really can't. There's just too many.
Well, I mean,
look it up.
There are definitely a number of Swoltor hilts from the Old Republic game that show that.
Yeah.
Man. Fully removable chassis are not my favorite. Yeah, I can see that. I think there should be some things that are fully removable, Rich, and then but I agree for you for the most part that chassis should be mostly static. Depending on your on the type of hilt, right? Because let's put it this way. I mean, you really wouldn't want too much of a fully removable chassis for, your Graflex. I would prefer a static chassis in the Graflex than the removable one,
Yeah.
right?
I can't wait to do this Vader because that's going to have a dual crystal setup in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's already
Yeah,
built
the
into it, but
the
putting
DV3, man. Oh, I
putting
like
these
that
in
DV.
here. I
Yeah.
like
Oh.
these. Wherever you got these, I need more. I need a lot more because all the ones I have, they're polished, so they're
Mm-hmm.
smooth. I don't like the smooth. I like the rough,
The rough
more
cut.
natural look because
Mm-hmm.
that's how they are in the movies. That's how they are in the games. They're rough
Yeah.
cut. They're not smooth
Mm-hmm.
because they take them out of the rock and put them in the lightsaber.
Yeah. And see, those I think no, Rich, I get you, dude. I'm the same way, bro. I am the same way. It does feel more in universe. It really does. It really does. I mean, because just taking things out like that, it just sometimes you just it has to be like I said, the hilt itself has a soul, and whether you have a static chassis on it or not, but I think the feeling of that specific hilt negates whether it will be removable or not, right?
Mhm.
Now, I think that the removable battery for sure is a must in certain things. Um, but some of the enclosures, like some of the things that I've seen throughout the years, where you can't remove the battery, you just basically solder the wires to the battery. I think that is a little dangerous in itself,
Yeah,
right?
because if you ever have any issues, you can't take it out of the saber unless you
Yeah,
just yank it
exactly.
out of there.
Yeah. So
Then
to
you
me,
risk
I think
damaging it.
Yeah, to me, I think that's just a little crazy and a little dangerous to have a set wired battery within the hilt because like you said, anything can happen. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, you're asking if that battery decides to go, yeah, I mean, you got a damn
Yeah,
pipe bomb.
yeah. I play airsoft. And I've seen these things light somebody's gun on fire
Mm-hmm.
because the wires just get so hot and they short out,
Mm-hmm.
and then all of a sudden your stock is smoking and your BDUs are catching on fire.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, within 10 seconds, his stock was melting off of his gun. They get that
Wow.
hot that quick.
Yeah. Now, one time I did see I bought some quick connect stuff from I don't remember. I think it was like Wish or something, or I don't think it was Amazon that I bought them from. But I had bought 20 amp, uh, 22 gauge quick connects, right? They were the red and
Mm,
black, and they had the male and the female connects with them. I
yeah,
wired them. I wired them to a board to one of my um, CFXs one time. And what ended up happening, and I think I got shafted because they were not. I don't think, even though the bag says that they're 22 gauge, I
mm-hmm.
don't think they're 22 gauge because when I connected them and the battery, uh, they got hot and they started, catching on fire. And
Yeah,
luckily I didn't, I was only testing the battery. Luckily I didn't have them wired within the Saber itself, right?
yeah. You want something with
So,
some thermal resistance.
and so those, I said to myself that smaller battery gives design ups, yeah, and cons is shelf queens, yeah. That's so true, Rich. That is true. I mean, you have to sacrifice whatever you decide, right? According to the whatever you decide. I mean, there's give and takes. Whether you want a shorter playtime, longer playtime, a better looking setup, a more modest looking setup. So it's all in the eyes of the beholder as well.
Mm-hmm. So if you
But
want something that's gonna, oh, go ahead.
well, like I was just saying though, with those wires though, be careful with what you order because test things out. If you're creating a saber and you're doing the chassis and everything, and you decide to go with quick connects type stuff,
Mm-hmm.
make sure that you do your testing stuff outside of the chassis,
Yeah.
because if you connect your battery and you connect those wires and something is going on within those wires at that time, yeah, you're probably gonna fry not only your board but everything else, and you
You're
could
gonna melt that
potentially,
chassis.
yeah, you could potentially get hurt and everything else. So don't go that route. If you're doing your own installs, make sure you test everything before you put it all together. Like I said, because when I connected the battery with those things, dude, it was not even a minute and a half that they got started smoking.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I knew something was wrong with those wires, that they were not 22 gauge. They probably had to be maybe, I would say, probably even what, 20, 26 gauge, probably 28 gauge.
Yeah.
So,
Small.
I mean, the jacket was a 22 gauge size jacket. When I stripped them, it looked like a 22 gauge type, but I guarantee you something else was wrong. Either they said that it was 22 and it wasn't quite 22, but either way, they did not work with the battery the way I was hoping it would.
Hmm.
Because if it had worked the way it should have, I would have been able to take the battery, do a disconnect from the battery, do a quick reconnect with the new battery, and all of that good stuff. And I would have been able to have batteries left and right that way.
Yeah.
But it,
Yeah.
you know, but it didn't work out. So,
So
ooh, look
these
at
are
that.
Dean's connectors. These are what I use for my airsoft guns,
Hmm.
and they are rated for high heat.
Hmm.
The micro Deans, which I had some somewhere, I don't know where they went to. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, right there, right there, right there,
Right there.
right there. Yeah,
All right. So it's still hard to tell,
yeah.
but they have
Those look
two
like the
brass
Mocolex.
contacts,
Mm-hmm.
just like this,
Mm-hmm.
that stick out, and they're about a third the size of these.
Yeah,
They
they
will
look like the
fit
Molex
perfectly in a
connectors.
saber.
They look like the
I actually
Molex
used them in my Ultra
connectors.
Saber,
Oh wow.
and they work great.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I used for the Quick Connect LED module,
Mm-hmm.
because it worked perfect. It just popped right apart.
Mm-hmm. Now, also, I think you can get certain parts from some. You can go directly to certain manufacturers to get parts for your saber, right? I
Yeah.
mean, not and of course, like I said, TCSS is a manufacturer in itself. But when you're actually going for certain pieces in terms of putting in to your electronics or certain pieces on elsewhere, you can go and you get um like any electronics place in the world that you can go, and they'll have pieces for what you need in your sabers. AliExpress, for instance, they got certain Chinese manufacturers that manufacture the hot ends, like you have on that crystal chamber piece, right?
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, I seen a package of those 1,400 pieces for like $7, right?
Yeah.
So again, those pieces would be great for crystal chambers for producing different items on your saber. Again, different. Don't stick to just one area to enhance the look of your sabers, or inside and out. And again, when you're looking at these different manufacturers, make that choice and decide: can you actually make those pieces too, or can you learn how to make some of that stuff? Can you learn how to 3D print some of those things? They may not be exactly what they are as far as those manufactured specs, but if they work for what you're going for, then that's a way to go. Because if you can save yourself some money on top of that, then you definitely utilize those things, right? Now, Chris, I wanted to ask you that clamp that you sent me. Do you know where that's from?
The clamp. Oh, I've got the guy's name.
Yeah, I mean, because it's not from the graphics shop, right?
It's not. No, I can't remember his name. I've
Okay.
got it saved somewhere in my Instagram.
Yeah, no,
I'll send you his name when I find it.
Well, it doesn't matter. I just need to know where it's from and what I can utilize it with, because I am gonna make my own clamp card with it. So
yeah, he had clamp cards that he made for those, as well as another guy that makes clamp cards just for that. I just couldn't remember his name. It took me forever to find it.
If I can just know what bodies it can go to and what I can actually use it on, then I can I'll be able to put it on something fairly quickly. But other than that, yeah, we'll see how it goes on. But yeah, I think everybody's getting a little tired, so let's go ahead and call it a night, guys. And I gotta get ready for work for tomorrow, and tomorrow ought to be a fun day for me. All day work and little bit of play.
I'm not sure what I'm doing tomorrow. I hope it's easy work. Out of the cold.
You should have it pretty easy. No, hopefully, I'll pray for you.
I need it. Oh, where is it?
All right.
Yeah, what size of the clamp, Jim? I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know what it. Let me get the clamp card real quick so you can see it, man. I'll get it real quick. I like it though. The style of it looks pretty badass.
Yeah, it does look nice. Yeah, once I find the maker of that clamp, I'll send it to you.
Yeah, I really like it, man. I appreciate you sending it to me.
Scavenger's Foundry.
What?
Scavenger's Foundry.
Oh, really?
Scavenger's Foundry, nice.
So
the
I
same
like
merchant
this.
sells them.
Okay, so I like the slits in here, man. I mean, I like that, and then of course that's going to be really nice to do a plunger system with that right there. Some tacks in there.
Yeah.
Really be interesting to get it onto a saber.
Yeah. Oh, that center hole, you might have to tap that so you can tap it.
Well, actually, it looks like a 256. Where is it? That looks like a 256 hole, right?
That middle one.
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Well, I just bought 256 button head screws.
Okay. Yeah. Because I had asked him about it. I'm like, where's the mounting hole? I can't find anything. He goes, oh, you're supposed to drill that hole in the middle, and then you can use that to. You can either drill and tap into the hilt itself, or just use it for like a grub screw type thing as retention. I'd rather drill and tap and just use a longer screw.
Well, actually, I have to check it, but let me see. Because what I might do, man, and I don't have my screwdriver in here with me, but come on, get in there.
I've got screwdrivers everywhere. I just bought like 5 more.
Wow.
And then after I bought all those, bought a whole kit, I found this while I was cleaning. Brand spanking new. Haven't even opened it yet. Just sitting in one of my totes. I'm like, oh, that's where that went.
Yeah, now I had bought a new screwdriver set, metric, because it had an expander on it, right?
Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh wow. The actually, my God, the 256 just slip. It won't even catch. It's like it slips in and out.
Mm.
So yeah,
So it's probably the next step up.
yeah.
Yeah,
No,
when I was going to use it.
It's smaller than a 256 is what I'm saying.
Oh,
The 256 is too big that it just slips right in that hole. So yeah, I'm probably will have to drill into it to get it to hold.
yeah. I was going to re-drill it for something a little bit bigger like the M4 because I've got grub screws out the wazoo. I was just going to use one of those.
Okay, I'll be right back, guys. Hold on.
Okay.
I'm tired, dude.
Me too. But yeah, talking about customization, I
I mean, you can only do so
the heat
much.
bluing. Yeah, you can't do a whole lot with the Graflexes, but with a lot of these sabers,
I mean, unless you
can
want
do
to
a lot.
add stuff on and make it like super like cyberpunkish or whatnot, like what Scott Carpenter
Yeah.
does.
He's done some good work with that saber.
Yeah, it's like a hive mind, like it's like
Yeah.
free, like Technotrack or something.
Yep. Is he still in the chat? Yeah, he is.
No, he said
Oh,
he's good.
he just left.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know he's got a backstory for it too.
Yeah. I mean, I with my lightsabers, they're character sabers, but I mean, my master replicas are probably the ones that have the most backstory.
Yeah.
I mean, besides my Vader ESB and Anakin 05 and Yoda 07, my two A&H sabers were Hanukkah gifts.
Yeah.
And I've had them since I was a kid, so yeah.
Yeah, I wish I had my first one. Because that one, I was actually planning on doing a Luxion conversion because that's back when I bought it.
Oh, Luxion, wow.
So I was going to use that because that was the coolest and newest thing you could put in them back then.
Hmm.
I'm like, they tend to break and I can redo it. I can convert it. And I was watching videos on how to do it, and then NeoPixel came out just a year or two later.
Yeah.
You know, and when I first started working, getting into the hobby, though, NeoPixel wasn't even a thing.
No.
NeoPixel
then
started making its rounds by late 2010s.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well,
we
because
didn't see any of those till, what was it, 2015, 2016?
Mm-hmm. Nice, Scott.
And they were expensive back then. Now they're almost dirt cheap.
Yeah, for sure. And character hilts, though, I think there should be backstories to the hilts itself. It really should. You know.
Yeah.
And we're gonna end the show with character hilts backstories, because I think that's a very good concept. Is if you're going to have a certain hilt, backstories, I think, really bring out the soul just as much as fonts do.
Yeah.
So I think the fonts, the backstory, and the type or the layout of the saber itself brings into play for the whole scenario of the excitement of that particular hilt setup, right? At least in my opinion. Everybody has other opinions as well, so don't get me wrong, but each to their own as well, right? I was playing with the Crate Slayer earlier, and I I uh, I had the what is that with you killed my father. I am an Inigo Montoya. You killed
Yeah,
my father font.
Princess Bride.
Yeah, the Princess Bride font on there.
I have that font in my Golden Harvest V4.
And yeah, it's in the V4, and I didn't know because I was going through the fonts. I haven't really learned the GH4 too well yet because
Yeah.
I just downloaded the the manual.
Oh, I
But
can
I
help
was
you with all
going
that.
through some of the fonts, and I haven't gone through all the fonts. And when I heard that font, I'm all like, "Oh my god, that's a
Yeah.
badass font!" Because that is one of my most favorite parts in the movie. I'm
Uh-huh.
an Inigo Montoya. You killed my
You
father.
kill my father. Prepare to die.
Prepared to die.
It's
That is
one of
so.
my sister's favorite movies. So as soon as I got that saber back and started flipping through the fonts, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, she's got to hear this. So I sent her a video of that, and she goes,
Like,
I don't like lightsabers, but that's kind of cool.
yeah.
This sounds a lot like mine.
Yep.
Well, yeah. Okay. So again, thank you everybody who's been in the chat. Scott, Chris, thank you. Everybody who's been in the chat, Titan, man, everybody. I so much appreciate you guys coming in. Then that Rich, thank you so much too, man. Um, I can't thank Rich enough either. He's done so much for me. Also, Lore, he's come in. He says it's been a while. Thank you, Charlie, for coming in all the time as well.
Yeah.
And Scott comes in all the time. So thank you guys so much for coming in. Uh, Chris and Varys, thank you guys for co-piling. Whenever you guys can, thank you so much for coming on. Also, everybody got to thank Anthony Space Windu for allowing me to do the show as well. And check out, if you guys haven't subscribed already, subscribe to Civilized Sabers and the Mundo channel. Whatever, there might be some stuff on the Mundo channel that you haven't seen here on the Civilized Sabers channel. But also, I want to give a big shout out, and I hope I'm doing a lot of justice to Harris because one of the original three amigos that started Saber Talk. And this is another reason why I do Saber Talk is to honor Harris's memory. So quite often will you hear me refer to Harris. If you guys haven't watched some of the Civilized Sabers videos as well, go back and watch some of the original Saber Talks with Gabe, Harris, and Anthony, and check those out because I guarantee you won't. They're so fun to watch. And like I said, I was just watching the other day with Harris and Anthony doing a 7/8 inch blade. And you can learn a lot from these guys, and I learned a lot from Harris too, man. So anytime I had a question, he was always there for me. So again, God bless Harris. May he have may Jedi drummer be a badass up there in heaven and watching over us, and make sure that we all do good work with lightsabers and stuff. So again, thank you guys. Barris, you guys, he's on Instagram and Facebook, right, Barris? Chris
Yep.
at Geek Shop, Instagram, Facebook as well. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to their stuff. And you guys have a great week. Have a good weekend as well. I will see you next Sunday, hopefully.
All right.
And we'll figure out what we're going to do next Sunday. If anybody's got in the chat and anybody who wants to email me and they've got particular something that they want to talk about on the show, email any one of us or get a hold of us, and we'll talk about with what you guys want to talk about.
depending on how things go, we might, especially considering the Super Bowl is next Sunday.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. If you guys do you guys want to do a show? If you guys feel like you don't want to do a show because of the Super Bowl, because I was thinking about that. That's why I said hopefully.
I
So
mean, I've got a thing where I go to my synagogue and there's a big Super Bowl party, and I'm not sure if that's going to be till like that goes past till 9 o'clock. I'm not sure.
okay, so
Yeah.
why don't we do this, guys? Why don't we go ahead and not come on next Sunday since it's Super Bowl Sunday, and we'll do the following Sunday after that. We'll start back up. How's that?
Alrighty.
Okay, so everybody in the chat, next Sunday we won't do one, but the following Sunday we'll have another show. Okay, so you guys enjoy the Super Bowl Sunday, and we'll be back the following Sunday. All right, Amen.
All
God
right.
bless you guys, and oh my goodness, I do not have my thing. Peace out, Mundo loves ya.